We cannot lead the world as a red and blue nation. We literally cannot. That is not hyperbole. We cannot lead the world as a divided nation. And whomever is the next president of the United States has to unite this country.
We don't tell, as our pastor said, we don't tell anybody who to vote for. But what he does is he preaches the gospel, and just through the Holy Spirit, we automatically know the right way to vote.
We can encourage our people, first of all, to pray. The second thing we can do is, and we will do this after this service at all 3 campuses all weekend, we will register people to vote. We don't tell anyone how to vote, but we encourage them to vote. And so just by sheer mass, we have the opportunity of using our voice to influence others to be a part of the system.
I think that right now music is the language of our generation. I mean, people listen. You can say things in a song that you'd never get away with if you're trying to preach or just speak. And it's our heart's desire to see as many people swept into the kingdom as humanly possible.
The worst misconception about Christians, like when I tell people, I'll be like, in school, I'll be like, oh, Soulfest, can't wait. And they'll be like, what's that? I'm like, it's this big, huge 5-day Christian music festival. And they'll be like, oh, Christian music, is that like, I love God? And I'm like, no, Christian music is so cool. If you like any secular band that's like wicked bad and swears and talks about like beating people up, you can find the exact same thing in a Christian band that's like 5 times better just because it's...
Except with no beating up.
Yeah. Except with no beating up.
Yeah, more like talking about love.
Even though they're very conservative and they tend to vote Republican, they're actually rebels at heart. They've rebelled against what they've grown up with. Now that raises an absolutely fascinating issue. Suppose you're a politically conservative, born-again Christian who's had this transformative experience, and then you have children. What do you think? Are your children just to obey their parents? If the children just go along and say they do whatever the parents want, they're not having that same kind of transformative experience.
I am a Christian superhero for today's children. I teach kids about Jesus and how each of them have a spirit man inside them. And only by reading the Bible, praying, and going to church can they make their spirit man grow nice and strong.
You've got a country right here that is waiting for someone to unite them. Well, let's see what happens.